YouTube loves passive income ideas, but what you usually get is buying yourself a job. And the worst one of all, YouTube as passive income. Yeah, I know, I spend 40 hours a week on my passive income business, but it's not the only one. But instead of getting trapped by all those shady promises of easy money, I've found 5 stocks to buy that make you an investor in the most popular business ideas, giving you all the benefit of that passive income cash flow, but without all the work. In each, I'll detail the business idea, how to get started, and then show you a stock that can replace all that work. For those of you that still want to launch your passive income dreams though, I'll reveal 3 tips that are going to help you make you successful in any business idea, so stick around for that. First up is being a blogger or a podcaster, and most of these I'm going to share my own experience with that business idea. I will never forget, folks, it's 2015. I had just started 3 blogs the year before and was at a bloggers conference ready to learn how to make the big money when someone said to me, blogging is dead. In the next 3 years though, I'd go on to make over $107,000 and grow my income to over $5,500 a month, launching a work-from-home life. It was a lot of work, but clearly blogging was not dead. Now though, almost a decade later, after having created and sold 4 blogs and still managing one, I can confidently say, yeah, blogging is dead. Ranking on Google, a blogger's top traffic source, is nearly impossible anymore for anyone except those large companies with millions of dollars in marketing budget. And of course, podcasting is supposed to be the next big thing, with creators eyeing multi-million-dollar deals on Spotify or other platforms. But here, if you're going to take the time to create a show, build a community, and everything that goes into that, I say why not get in front of the curve and just go straight to video, because wouldn't it suck to go through all that work to create a podcast and in a couple of years to realize that podcasting is dead? Better than all this though, better than 15 to 20 hours a week creating a podcast, waiting and praying that the podcast gods make you go viral. Why not just own the platform that owns the podcasters with shares of Spotify Technology, ticker SPOT. Shares spiked 6% on the recent earnings when the company reported it added 5 million premium subscribers in 3 months, more than twice the estimated 2.2 million analysts were looking for. The company also beat expectations on monthly active users and revenue. Shares trade for 1.7 times this year's expected sales of $14.5 billion. That's almost half the valuation from last year, and revenue is growing at a 15% annualized pace. Recent earnings by Facebook's Meta shows that the social creator business can work with cost-cutting, and faster ad revenue growth should return later this year. The company just launched its AI DJ program for deeper personalization and is adding monetization tools for podcasters. The result is going to be better experience for listeners and a sticky platform for creators, driving both subscribers and content growth. The forecasts here are for $17 billion in revenue next year, and even re-rating back to maybe a 2x sales multiple would mean a $175 share price and 33% return. Even more worth than blogging though, another passive income favorite is buying into a franchise business. And when you buy a franchise, you pay a startup fee to an established business for everything you need to know, including how to set your business up, equipment you'll need, a local marketing budget, and a brand that people already know. More than 90% of the 37,000 McDonald's locations are franchised, and other examples here include Marriott Hotels and Ace Hardware. And of course, this is supposed to be passive income because the corporate headquarters is going to tell you everything to do, from site location all the way through marketing. There is a price though for having your entire business set up, besides that startup fee, which can range from tens of thousands for smaller franchises to over $1 million commitment for McDonald's. You typically have a per month commission on sales that you're going to have to pay into that corporate owner. Even for all the help you get, this is still nowhere near true passive income. You're still responsible for your locations, getting your butt up at the crack of dawn in time to make the donuts. It is a lot of work for profit margins that aren't always so great, shown here in a SageWorks range from 1.5% of sales on car dealerships to over 10% in profits on sales for hotel businesses. Instead here, you can buy shares of the largest franchise in the world, McDonald's, with its solid 14% annualized return for the last 38 years. Or check out today's sponsor, FranShares, for a first-of-its-kind opportunity to invest directly in franchises without all the hassles and headache you get from running the business. Starting a franchise can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Plus, to be successful, you have to know what you're doing, right? That's where FranShares comes in. Through fractional ownership of each franchise, you can own a piece of the business without breaking the bank or becoming an expert. FranShares has a team of franchise and finance pros that conduct due diligence on opportunities and operators for you. Less than 1% of the deals that come across their desk make it onto the platform. Before you invest, FranShares is going to give you a full financial breakdown, including projections. After you've invested, they take care of managing the locations, send you monthly updates, and providing quarterly distributions when possible. It's all completely passive. Now, this is a totally new way to invest, so I know there are a lot of questions out there. Click through the link below. That's going to get you on the waitlist and send you a free franchise investing guide. Our third non-passive business idea is going to sound completely hypocritical: being a YouTuber. Now, hypocritical because since monetizing this channel in 2018, I've made over $542,000 on ads alone, along with another $500,000 in sponsorships and other deals. So am I just the arsehole that doesn't want to share that pie? No, this is a full-time job, and I hate it when it's passed off as some passive income dream. I'll reveal the stock that gives you all the upside of YouTube without the work next, but so you don't think I'm trying to keep you from $1 million business idea, I also want to give you my best tips for starting on YouTube. Quick start rules I wish I knew 5 years ago. And first here is just to get started. And I know that doesn't sound like some kind of miraculous revelation, but I see so many people get stuck, get that analysis paralysis, and never get started. Nation, fear is going to be an issue getting started on any of these income ideas, but more so with YouTube than any other because you're right there front and center on camera. Everyone wants their first videos to be perfect. They're scared of looking stupid and they never get to that point. But you want to know the truth? Your first videos aren't going to be perfect. You are going to look stupid. And just look at my first videos. I've kept them up to prove that point, that everyone's first videos are horrible. Hell, your first 100 videos are going to be pretty bad. Just do not let that fear keep you from potentially making a lot of money. So what I want you to do is plan out 5 videos on your topic. If you need ideas, you can go to the video section on other channels in your topic, sort by their most popular, and see what gets them the most views. Then just outline your first 5 videos, making notes of what you want to tell people. Then just get your phone out. Don't worry about a lot of equipment, just tap record and get started on your first 5 videos. Don't even worry about editing out all the ums and the mistakes on these. Get those first 5 videos published and commit to doing a new video each week. And it's going to force you to get started. Spend an hour or 2 a week learning how to make better videos and a couple hours creating your next one each week. And after that, it's just a matter of putting in the work. I've uploaded nearly 1,000 videos to this channel. I know YouTubers that have uploaded double that amount in less time. A friend of mine, Taya, the Financial Tortoise, uploaded for more than a year before getting more than a few hundred views a video, but he kept at it and now consistently gets tens of thousands of views each. And while you wait for that first viral hit, invest in YouTube owner Alphabet, ticker GOOG, and get the platform growth without the work. YouTube is one of Google's fastest and most reliable growth drivers. The platform takes a 45% cut of all ad revenue collected, plus is constantly rolling out new monetization tools for creators and getting a cut of those. Everything from memberships to merch stores, YouTube is going to get a cut. But now with shares of Alphabet, you're also getting a global leader in search, a force in cloud computing, and all the company's lottery ticket investments like Waymo self-driving and Google Life Sciences. And here's another passive income myth I bought into big time: real estate rentals. This was my first attempt at passive income after getting out of the Marine Corps. A 2-bedroom foreclosure in 2001 for $33,000. I used the VA loan to get easy financing and converted the basement to a separate apartment using that house hacking strategy. That's where you buy a duplex or a house you can convert, then live in one side and rent out the other. And because you're living in the other side, you can usually get approved for a very low down payment program, and it's going to make managing your rental so much easier. Here's the quick financials for a triplex property I bought later on, and though it only shows $117 in profit each month, remember this is also paying my own rent here, so actual return was closer to $700 a month. The trick to a successful real estate rental business, and believe me, I learned this the hard way, is to spend the time to get good tenants and carefully estimate your numbers ahead of time. This is what I use to estimate cash flows on a property, though you're going to need to tweak the numbers depending on where you live. After all these costs and any vacancy, I could usually count on about 50% of the gross rent as net income before mortgage payment and taxes. For any property, before you buy it, go through these numbers to make sure that return is going to come out with a cash cushion. This is a legit wealth producing strategy, and I still own a few rentals, but like all the rest here, it is also a lot of work. If you're not willing to pay the 10 or 15% property management fees, then it's all on you, from finding tenants to doing repairs and evictions. Real estate will always have a special place in my portfolio, but nowadays it's just easier to buy shares of Airbnb, ticker ABNB, or American Homes for Rent, ticker AMH, if you want that exposure to the DIY and single-family rental market. Both companies benefit from the space, and AMH even pays a 2.7% dividend. Besides these, there are hundreds of real estate investment trusts that pay even higher dividends and give you exposure to that real estate market. We've still got one more passive income idea and the stock that's going to beat it, but I don't want you to think that creating a business is a bad idea. I think I've shown with my own numbers that your hard work can grow to more than you ever dreamed. I know it has for me. It is hard work though, and not nearly as passive as you might expect, but if you're ready for that commitment, I want to help you get started with these 3 tips for what to expect and how to be successful. Now first, just understand that virtually none of the passive income ideas you hear on YouTube are going to be truly 100% forever passive income. All are first going to require some time and sometimes money to set up, and then just consistent management and promotion. Spend some time to understand how much time that is and if you're committed before you start. Now second, ask yourself if this is something you would do even if you didn't get paid for it, or if the return was only from that sweat equity. You will make money with these business ideas. I know I have, but it was very slow to start. You have to be getting some kind of intrinsic reward, some enjoyment from doing these just to keep you motivated before that money starts really rolling in. You need to get something more out of it than just the money, whether that's through helping people or just a topic you enjoy. Lastly here, and then I'll reveal the income source that got me started, but with any of these business ideas, folks, think carefully about the downside loss. Maybe I'm biased here because my online business really had no real downside monetarily. The worst that was to happen is I was going to be out that time. Some of the ideas you get from YouTube, though, businesses like Amazon FBA, home rentals, or staking your money in crypto, can mean significant losses if they don't go well. My suggestion here would be to stick with the business ideas where it's only your time at stake, but at a minimum, just understand the potential for loss and how to manage it. Now, those of you in the community a while know, my first source of income was from digital products and courses. It was this fact that I was able to get self-publishing income up to $1,000 or more a month within that first year that helped me pay the bills while I built the rest of my income sources. And like a lot of these, I still believe in creating your own products, whether it be books, downloads, or courses can be a good source of income. And I'm going to give you my exact process next, but this is another one that is much less passive than you might think. Everyone has a book idea in them because you have your own unique set of experiences and talents that I guarantee you someone else is going to want to read about. And this one is a lot easier than you might imagine. For a nonfiction book, just start with what you want people to do or learn, and then break it down into 10 or 15 tasks, working backwards from that goal. Each one of those is going to be a chapter, so you do that same within each chapter, breaking it down into a few tasks and just instructions in each. Then you focus on just writing 1 chapter a week. Don't sit down to write the whole book. Just do 1 chapter a week. With this very process, I was able to build an income stream reaching $3,000 a month and spending just $20 a month in ads on Amazon to promote the books. But here, that level of passive income does erode after a while. You have to constantly be promoting those books, not just through ads, but through a blog or a podcast or whatever to keep them ranked on Amazon and keep getting that level of sales. I've stopped doing that because I've been focused here on YouTube, and you can see these book sales have dropped to around $400 a month. Now, that's not bad income for something I haven't worked on for 5 years, and I've sold the rights to a lot of those books for 5 figures, but the fact remains here, folks. This is another hyped passive income source that takes a little more work than you might expect. Instead, I like the picks and shovels investment in this idea. Invest in stocks like online freelance marketplace Fiverr International, ticker FVRR, or the online crafts marketplace Etsy, ticker ETSY, where creators sell their products. Check out FranShares and get on their waitlist with the link below, or click on the video to the right for the 11 stocks to buy that are too cheap to pass up, stocks trading at double-digit discounts. Don't forget to join the Let's Talk Money community by tapping that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification.